2 years on from the last search, police are back on this Hertfordshire farmland, working again with forensic teams to try and close this case after 54 years. Muriel McKay was kidnapped by two brothers and thrown into the back of a car outside her home in London just after Christmas in 1969. The 55-year-old was held hostage at their farm, but they'd taken the mother of three by mistake and thought she was Anna Murdoch, the wife of media tycoon Rupert Murdoch. Muriel McKay was married to his deputy, Alec McKay. He'd loaned the McKays his Rolls Royce, which had led to this mistaken identity.
9462656.
In this dramatic phone call, one of the kidnappers is heard asking her daughter Diane for £1 million in ransom.
They're going to get £1 million pounds. I put that into more. They're going to get it a 5 out of 10.
Where do you get £1 million from? I wouldn't know.
Well, I don't know. That's my business.
Well, if you want it, it's your business, isn't it?
Arthur and Nizamuddin Hussain were convicted of Mrs. McKay's kidnap and murder, although her body has never been found. Arthur died in 2009, but Nizamuddin was deported back to Trinidad, where he was born, after being released from prison. Earlier this year, he met Mrs. McKay's family and pointed out on a map where he buried her body on the farm. He also claims she died of a heart attack after seeing a TV appeal from her family. And that's what's led to this new and what police say will be a final search.
This shows where we're going to dig. So this is that building we've got to pull down.
Muriel McKay's grandson has spent years trying to piece together what happened.
It's difficult not to get anxious and emotional, but I've got to keep on the straight and narrow. And really, if we don't find her, it'll be a disappointment, but it won't be unexpected. But without searching for something, you're never going to find it. So we could have been in a situation, oh, well, this is ridiculous. It's not there. But we haven't dug behind the barn. No one's ever dug behind the barn.
There have been previous searches, one at the time of the murder and 2 years ago after permission from the landowner. This farm is once again at the centre of a police search, but this time on a much bigger scale. Over the next 5 days, forensic teams will be working tirelessly to try and find Muriel McKay's body, 54 years on since she was murdered on this land in Hertfordshire. Muriel McKay's family say they want to bring to an end decades of torturous unrest. Adina Campbell, BBC News, Hertfordshire.